Doop, 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 doop. Are we back?
At iBuyDirect, we make
Chat, we back? Are we good? I'm not for sure. Yep, we back. We back. Sorry about that. I don't know what exactly happened. I thought at first my internet went out for a second, but after looking at it, turns out that some way, somehow, my Ethernet cord got disconnected from my PC. So that's fun. That's real fun. But yeah, we're back. I don't think anything in this interview is gonna say anything. I doubt in the last 2 minutes they're gonna say something crazy. But
follow up to that after the panel, like most
yeah, it
people
seems like this was really just talking about the panel and nothing else.
with the fans. But did any fans come up to you and things like that? Did they thank you, or how did they sort of react to your presence after the panel was concluded?
Chat. I may have to turn it up again. I don't know if y'all heard that, but they're talking about how would people react to seeing Yama P. What do you think people would do, man? If you were an avid Grand Summoners player, I think you would slick hate this man. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit. Just a tiny bit.
そうですね、すごいたくさん写真を撮ったりとかこうサインをしてほしいとかあったのでとても良かったです。はい。
Right. So even after the panel ended, we had a lot of fans, come and stay, and especially they wanted, pictures. And then we also gave out certain special prizes. And so, being the producer and
I would
the
envy
producer
his
himself,
legs.
They wanted a signature as well too. So no, he was really happy that people were excited to get pictures with him and also to get autographs, from him, their stuff signed. Yeah.
Was that everything?
ツイッターでもディスコードでも検索してもらうとすぐゲームが出てくるのでスマートフォンゲームなんで皆さんぜひ
Oh,
プレイしてくだ
Discord.
さい。
Okay.
よろしくお願いします。
Right. So yeah, both anime RPG Grand Summoners to Lost Word, mobile games that you can download.
Is it actually called Lost Word? Hold on. Ho Lost. Oh, it's actually called Lost Word. I thought it was called Lost World. Okay.
Right now, and you can
Thanks for
find
the sub,
us. We
man.
have, Facebook,
Appreciate it, Baru.
Twitter, we have Discord, Reddit, Instagram. So you can.
I said, I really so.
This was a waste of time. That did nothing for us, chat. That was terrible. Oh god, I'm gonna irate. My bad. Let me turn it down. That was something. Great video. I don't know, man. I was kind of hoping that we would get like some type of tidbits of info or something on anything coming to the game apart from just Fate, but I should have went, chat. I should have went so I could be the one interviewing him. Right? I should have went. I would have got the answers we all wanted. That's all I'm gonna say, chat. I'm gonna go throw away this apple right now. I'll be right back. Just know, next year, I may be coming for Yama P. We gonna get this interview. Now we can start what we were actually going to do, right? Time to farm some pala necklaces. Hopefully my Ethernet cord don't mess up on me again. And we all good. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully we'll all be vibing. So, I think right now we have a total of... Actually, I don't know. Let me check. How many lures do we have? We have 9 lures, which translates to 90 minutes of Omega Palamecia. We could make more if we need more, of course. But I think this is a good starting point for us. And we're at floor 76, chat. I would go higher, and I can go higher, but the problem is that I've run into quite an issue. Whenever you're trying to farm a specific boss, and you go higher, and you don't get that boss to spawn, and you want to lure that boss on a higher wave, it just is the worst possible thing imaginable, bro. Like, you have to go back, or you just have to, like, keep hoping that the game will mess with you, and RNG will be on your side. Which is the whole reason why I even stopped at 76, is because this was the wave that I was able to get an Omega Palamecia on. But yeah. As mentioned before, chat, we're going for the Pala Necklace, Silent Treasure. Hoping to get it as soon as possible. But we may be here for a while. We may be here for a while. I have gone far too long. I mean far too long without having this item. Like, chat, to put it in perspective, chat, I have been without Pala Necklace since the beginning of this game. Well, not the beginning of this game, but ever since Mines came out. Like, what was that? Year 3? At the end of year 2? It's been a while. It's been a while. Good luck. I'm going to need all the luck, man. I really am. This is going to be harder than summoning any unit that I've ever done before. Or, yeah, this is going to be harder than summoning for any unit I've ever wanted. Or even grinding a 4+ in my opinion. Like, this right here has evaded me my entire Grand Summoner's career. And I feel like it's not going to let up. I'm hoping that I get proved wrong here. But we'll see. We will see. How many quests did you do of Omega Palamecia? Right now, I think I have around 100-something kills on her. I think I have like 120. Or no, actually, wait, no. I think I have 96 kills or 86. Because I've never actually hard farmed her like I have with B3 Claw. Like, B3 Claw has been a boss that I have, like, really, like, tackled when it came to the mines to get that item. That was the first item that I wanted. The second, of course, was Palace. Paralyzed? Perfect. Perfect. Oh my god, we actually... Does this still kill? I doubt, right? Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't matter. I think this kills, though. I hope. Oh, I hate this game. Imagine War God Finn not having super arts, though. You gotta love that one, chat. I should have just waited for it. I'm pretty sure I would have got it practically instantly. Please paralyze. Oh, we're starting off terribly, chat. We're starting off terribly. I thought with the Sonic CD in the background, it would help out. Oh, we're starting off astronomically terrible. Oh my god. This is terrible. I can't believe that. I am horrendously down bad at the moment. I am getting trolled. I'm getting trolled so hard. First, War God Finn doesn't have his arts. For whatever reason, that's like the first time that's ever happened to me. Every single time I go to the final boss room, I usually always have his arts. Even if I'm spamming like his art gauge. In all these other rooms, it usually does not matter. Why Mako, Ysera, or Beatrice? You act like I have these characters. Probably should have saved. Oh, never mind. Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. Yeah, War God Finn's gonna have his Archage this time. All right, there we go. First kill, chat. First kill. Red chest? No red chest on the first kill. 34 seconds. 34 seconds on that one. Not too bad. I feel like I could go faster though, but maybe if I took off the Mako and used more of a damage dealing character, maybe a Draken would help out in the floor clearing department because of the 100% physical damage buff that he applies. But we'll be here for a minute, chat. Gray? Gray wouldn't be bad. Yeah, Gray wouldn't be bad either to help floor clear. The only thing is, though, is that at this level, I don't know if Gray will be able to one-shot with his art. I would hope he could, but I'm not for sure if he can. We'll try Gray. We'll try Gray on the next rotation and see how I like that. Because War God Finn doesn't need all the buffs to kill Palamecia. His super art alone can kill Palamecia. How many gems and alch have you saved for Fate? I only have like, what, 180 saved at the moment? Because of Overlords? So, I mean... Let's see. I could have saved that. I didn't need to use that. That's fine. Yeah, it's definitely fine. Especially if the boy Haruto just solos. There we go. Second kill, chat. Second kill of the stream. I feel like I should keep a counter. I feel like we should do a counter, but I'm not for sure. You know what? I'm just going to keep it, like, jogged in my head. You know what? I'm going to just put it on a notepad. I'm just going to type in whatever it is. For the 10k on Star God Lisa, if she has a 10k, brother. It might be likely that she doesn't have a 10k. Because I know didn't she have one on JP? I'm pretty sure she did. But we are global. And as you know, global does not do that too often. Like, we got lucky with War God Finn, man. We really did. I probably should have saved that. But no, I think we're on stage 3 or is this stage 4? Yeah. Okay, yeah. So now we're on stage 4. Yeah. All right. Third kill coming in, chat. Are you serious? This is the timeline I'm living in where I get paralyzed? Or not paralyzed, but fainted? Red chest? Oh, hold on. Chat, hold on, chat. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on, chat. Oh no. Oh, it already begins. It already begins, brother. Oh no. Not now. Not already, bro. Oh. It would be too easy. It would be too easy. The third kill would be too easy. I think I unplugged my headset. I mean, not my mic, but my earbuds. I can't hear. Good lord. The OP classic. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? It happens more times than I would like to admit. And look, we get Valentina. Like, if you guys remember the last time Mines was here, I think I tried this exact same thing. We tried to go for Pala Necklace, and that happened way too many times. Like, we got Quartz, I think 6 or 7 times in a row. It was bad. And it's wild because whenever I went for a B3 Claw, I didn't even get Quartz. I didn't get no red chest or nothing until I got B3 Claw. Is he not gonna die? Okay. He ain't got Quartz in a good while. Must be nice. Must be nice. Okay. We got that. Should be instant wipe. Jesus. Back to back? Not back to back. They wouldn't let me have back to back Quartz. That'd be an all-time low. OP, did I get a Chinese ad on your stream? I don't know, man. I'm not sitting beside you to tell you that. Man acts like I run my own ads. Like, brother. Come on now. Like, I pick what's rent on here. But what is this item? Gothic straps. Oh, boost up human allies damage in Arcade. What's the 4-star heal you got on your Eins? Oh, that's Necroculus. It's from the Regulus event. Who knows when that'll come back, but it's pretty good. Gives you passive blind immunity. Well, not blind immunity, my bad, but blind resistance and curse resist. 100% up, by the way. And it gives you art gauge if you're a demon. And then, no, is it if you're a demon or a dark unit? I think it's if you're a demon. And then it gives you like a 20% heal. We need events to be ran. There's a bunch of equips I don't have. Yeah, I think a lot of people need a lot of the older events, like a lot of the old school events. Not like, you know, some of the newer stuff that we've gotten, like Cross the Blaze and all that. A lot of people need a lot of the older stuff. The Roy event, the... Is he gonna die? Okay. The Roy event's a good one. The Fina event, or the Regulus event, also pretty solid. There's no way we both got... Okay, whatever. It's fine, it's fine. Oh, wait, we actually paralyzed without... Really? I paralyzed without... Oh, yeah, that's terrible. I should have known that. As soon as I saw that we paralyzed without having what you call it up? Without having like the paralyzed resist down, I knew that wasn't going to last like at all. Let me see if I can get it though. Like, I got hold again. I thought I pressed the equip, but I guess I didn't. I mean, we'll live through this, but wasting time. This paralyze. Okay. We gotta be quick though, because it may not go through completely. Yeah, see, like, oh my goodness. You literally, yeah, bro, you have to have her equip up to even have enough time to kill her in one super art. Paralyze? Can I get my super art though? I think I waited too long. I did. Bro. I'm getting scammed. Oh my, I'm getting scammed, brother. Look at this HP. I mean, that time I did it to myself though, right? But still, I'm getting scammed. Can I paralyze? Did that kill me? Oh, it's actually not going to kill me. Wow, I thought that would. I thought that was her one shot. This better be worth it. Watch it just be a regular chest too. Yeah, it is. That was so unworth it. 2 minutes. Oh my goodness. All because I forgot to press True Griffin in the very beginning. I guess I could set up an AI setting, but that'd take too long. Did she use double War God Finn, so less chance of feint? How does double War God Finn lower the chance of fainting? Because she can just feint both of them then. Doesn't solve the fainting issue. And that wasn't even the issue of why we died right there. The whole issue was because I forgot to press True Griffin in the very beginning. I said die, but the whole reason why that took so long. I didn't lower her paralyzed resist at all, so she barely stayed paralyzed. Oh yeah, chat, let me tell you guys. Beat Final Fantasy 16 last night. What a game. What a game, chat. Jesus. I loved it. I'm already playing New Game Plus on it. I'm loving that. It's a lot of fun. It was a crazy ride, to say the least. As a Final Fantasy fan, I was extremely pleased with how that game was. I mean, in my opinion, I mean, for me, it's like top 5, arguably top 3 Final Fantasies. You fought B3 like 20 times and got it? Wait, for what? To what they quit? Should I take Albedo for Ultra B3? Dude, I don't even think it's worth fighting Ultra B3 Claw. Or I said Ultra B3 Claw, but yeah, I don't think that's worth, fam. Ultra B3 usually just one-shots, and I mean, the equip's not even that great. Oh my god. Why is it whenever I fight these things, I almost get one-shotted? Like, these guys are as bad as Tyrados, man. I literally was playing, I think it was yesterday or the day before yesterday. I was playing Mines, and those enemies one-shot my Mako, like as soon as I got into the fight. And I was like, what even happened? Ultra B3 Claw is good if you know how to use it. Yeah, if you also use it on a fight that lasts long enough. Most fights aren't lasting like however long. What? Like, for you to make that thing broken, you need the fight to last for quite a while. And at that point, you're better off just using like a Draken or something to get like that same effect. Dead? Red chest! Please. Please. Game, listen. It's been a rough last like 4 or 5 years. You know what I'm saying? Of doing the mines. If you could just, you know. It actually happened. Oh, chat. Finally. After so long. Woo! After so long. Got the goofy ass music playing too, but after so long. Chat, when did mines come out? I'm gonna look it up right now. Grand Summoner's Mines. This is a momentous occasion. Let me go to my channel, actually. I'm gonna go to my channel, I'm gonna type in mines, I'm gonna look at the oldest video. It's a momentous occasion. Okay, so look. This was posted 3 years ago. This was whenever mines, I think, first came out. Is there any other one? There's that one. Stream 1 year ago? Look at this! This has been going on for a long time, chat. 1 year ago! This is practically, probably 2 years at this point. This was 3 years. I think it's about 3 years old, if I had to guess. Yeah. I thought I made a video talking about the mines coming or something. And that would have been better. But when was this, let me see. OP versus the mines? I think this was actually the first time I did it. I think. Let me see. Yeah. 2020, July 2nd. Technically, pretty much 3 years of trying to get this equipped. And we finally got it, chat. Oh, it's been a long time coming. It's been a long time coming, you know. But we got it. We do have it now. Let me go lock that baby up. And chat, you know the craziest thing about this all? Is, I don't think I have enough LBs to actually max LB it. I don't think I do. Let me see. I'm gonna favorite it first. I finally have that. Oh my goodness. That took way too long of a grind. Oh yeah, let's check how many defeats we have on her, by the way. So we see how long it actually took in terms of you know, kills and stuff. We'll check that in just a second. Let's see. Do I even have enough? I only have 2. This will be a work in progress, but at least we have it. We got the hardest part done with already, chat. The hardest part is done. Which is just getting the equip. Let's see the kills. Omega Palamecia. Exactly 100 defeats, chat. Exactly 100 it took to get Omega Palamecia's secret equip. Just farm dupe to max LB. True. Took exactly 100 to get it. Now, I will say this was technically more generous to me than this guy over here. who I've killed 200 times. I wish it would have said the first time you acquired his equip, because that would be cool. But I think this one took around 140 or 160 to get B3 Claw. So, yeah, it seems like 1 in 100, 1 in 200 chance for you to get an equip, maybe? Maybe we could like use that as a rough estimate. Because I also have this equip too, and I've only beat her 74 times. So, and this guy, I've gotten his equip like 3 times already. Maybe some equips are weighted higher or something. It might be like that. I doubt it though, but we do have some other equips on the wish list though, chat, that we need to do. And the question is, which one do we go for first? One of the equips is, of course, the other Palamecia, right? Getting Dignified Silence. And the other one that I want is Garm's equip, his 4-star physical. Because of the 25% physical damage. But am I missing one here? Because those are the two I really want. Is there another one, chat, that I should probably go for that I don't know about? Or I'm not thinking of right now? Maybe the Deus Ex Machina one? Because the 4... Is that the one? Yeah, this one? I know this one's also pretty good. In like certain nukes and stuff. But the Earth Dragon? Doesn't the Earth Dragon just give you like a healing one? No, it's physical. Increase damage to weak element enemies by 30%. That is pretty strong, but I don't know. Oh, no, I already have the Omega one from that. Yeah, you talking about the plant one? Yeah. Wait, 60? What the heck? Jesus. Make sure you claim your depth bonuses, guys. I didn't... I didn't know about that. This gave me 12 crystals. What the heck? I think it's because it's a new boss, right? The water giant gives a good equip for great. Oh yeah, that is true. Yeah, but see, the thing about farming the water giant, or farming like that kind of, yeah, just farming the water giant in general, or bosses like Wilkes for an example, is that they rely on specific unit types, and I don't fight them because of that. Like, since Wilkes requires you to have a blind unit, and I don't have Priestess, which is the best unit for this, I just refuse to farm this really at all. And the same thing with the Giant. I don't really farm the Giant too much because of that exact same reason, where you need Dead Master to really make this very efficient. You see, I've only killed him 8 times. Yeah, the Water Giant is BS. I'm definitely not too much of a fan. What do you do? Reduce all allies' magic damage taken and physical... Oh, yeah. Physical resist, yeah. Like, this equip's pretty solid, I feel like, if you fight only a magic damage fight. Against a physical fight, though, of course, it's just garbage, but straight troll. I never claimed all these. I probably should, shouldn't I? Like... Wait, what does this one do? What does the Omega Whip do? Fire damage 50% up. All stats 50% down. Bro, what is that, man? All stats 50% down. I do have this equipped too, by the way, already. I don't know why I would use it, because it's kind of trash, but I do have it. Just gives you 100% HP, and then reduces the effect. I mean, I guess it's okay. Maybe it could be used for some type of gimmicky fight. So yeah, I'm just thinking of a wish list right now. And who have I not fought? I have 4 bosses that I've never fought in the mines. I'm assuming these are probably the Omega counterparts that I haven't done. Omega Light Dragon? Oh yeah, true, true. The the Earth one? Yeah, we haven't fought the Earth one. So yeah, Omega Light Dragon, the Omega Earth. I'm not for sure. So yeah, I think right now the wish list chat is Coil from Garm, Silent Treasure or Sacred Treasure. Is this Sacred Treasure? No, Dignified Silence. My bad. Dignified Silence, Garm's Equip, X-Death, or not X-Death, that's Final Fantasy. Ex Machina, or, you know, Eraser Bit, this guy. Want his equip. So yeah, that's what, 3? That I'm going for right now? The other equips I don't really care too much about. What about this bird? What do you bring? Reduce all his crit damage taken by 30% and increase other damage taken by 20%. It's only 25-second cooldown though. That sounds kind of bad though, doesn't it? And then you're not really that good, right? Like this equip's just kind of whatever. I guess it's a burn equip, and I have gotten it like 3 times already. Yeah, the 2-headed dog is named Garm. What do you do after you finish story inside and almost every exploring? You wait for new events and you wait for new content. Which means you go play something else or you go outside. Or you crest farm all day and say that you enjoy it while your soul is slowly leaving your body. So yeah, chat, I think I need to go back to floor 70. Or here, let me see. What's the deepest I fought this one? 75? So I think we're going to go for Palamecia. We're just going to stick with the theme. We're just going to go for Palanex. And the reason for that is because I don't need to max LB that equip. Unless I plan on using it in sustain, which I don't. But I don't need a max LB Sacred Treasure. So I guess now, I'm just going to do this. And the good news is that with this Palamecia, I don't have to worry about paralyzing. Sorry, my ADHD happened. I thought I'd have to actually go out of it. But then I remembered I just got like 30 crystals from that, so I'm vibing. I'm vibing, chat. But yeah, you don't have to paralyze this Palamecia because you can use someone like Melty and kill her through her damage resist, which is very fun. As long as at least you have a minimum Silent Treasure, Dignified Silence, and B3 Claw, you good? Well, I've been having only one of those for 3 years. There is no way. This is the timeline I live in, chat. There's just no way. Okay, we're vibing. Yeah, so if you don't know this, if you fight regular Palamecia, since she doesn't have nowhere near as much DR, you can just pop this, and then you wait a second, you pop that, and you get all the buffs and everything, and then you get the damage res down, of course, and then you just go in War God Finn, and she's dead. Very simple, very easy, very smooth process. How would you go about Wilkes? If you have Priestess, that's the best way to tackle her. If you don't have Priestess, you need to use Blind Equips or a character like Ashe and blind her so you can actually deal damage. Oldys is such a troll. I don't even think Oldys is that bad. Oldys is pretty... I think he's actually the worst scaling boss. Not in the sense that, you know, it's like hell to fight him, but in the sense that it feels like he doesn't actually get more HP. It seems like his HP just does not scale. Do you think the days the 5-star crossovers and events are dead? Yeah, there's not going to be any more 5-star crossovers. Well, I mean, technically, they're still 5-star characters, but if you mean like awoken crossovers, no, every crossover going forward is going to be an ascended crossover. Why would they do awoken units now, unless they're a luck unit? Doesn't make sense for it. Especially, too, like, it doesn't make sense for anybody that is a player of GS to want to invest into an awoken character whenever you know how strong ascended units are, unless they do like a rerun crossover like Yu Hakusho or something, and they dream evolution characters. Then that's where those awoken characters suddenly have value again, because a lot of awoken characters, well, not a lot, but like the ones that were already starting to fall behind are pretty much really falling behind now because, you know, super awakenings are a thing. What weapon do you want to see new units have? What do you mean, what weapon? And what unit are you talking about? In the future, we're going to have units who can do 1 billion in one hit. We already have that, though. Are you talking about, like, as the modifier, Islid? Like 1,000,000% or something? Because units doing 1,000,000 in a single hit, like, Saitama is the best example of that. Toguro is another one. Simon, for an example. Well, Simon does like multiple hits, right? But like Toguro, who else? Toguro, Saitama. Is there another character that just does a singular hit and not multiple hits? Oh, like constantly without buffs? I see. Constantly without buffs. Yeah, I don't think that's a thing yet. I probably should have saved that. It's fine. What about Salter? No, Salter does multiple hits. Like, the reason why Salter's so good is because her super art lasts forever and it hits so many times. So she's able to, like, really scale her damage pretty hard. Of course, there is a limit. It's not like just infinite damage, but you're able to deal quite a bit of DPS with that unit. I like her. I like everybody from the Fate crossover, really. Like, I don't think there's necessarily a bad character from it. Everybody from Fate's really strong. Like S tier, at least S tier. I wouldn't go any lower than an S tier unit for like any of the Fate characters. Unless you're talking about more of the damage dealers, just because they're damage dealers and nothing else. But like Miyu having 200% damage up to humans, who thought that was balanced? Fate Zero is a crossover. I think it's possible that they add more to the Fate crossover if it ever has a rerun. But I don't know. I doubt it because someone said this in my comment section. I kind of agree. And there was like, they feel like this is a one-time thing. Like Fate's not going to ever come back, which I don't think it's going to be on that level. But I do feel like it's one of those crossovers that it's not going to come back really ever. And if it does, it might be like a Tensura thing where it'll come back like years down the line. I hope they just don't Yu Yu Hakusho it, right? And if you don't know what that means, that just means that it's never ever coming back. Like, don't even talk about it, don't even hint at it. Because I don't mind rerun crossovers as long as they add stuff to it. Because one of my biggest gripes, I actually was going to release this video, but I decided to scrap it. And it was a video talking about, or it was titled The Best Characters in Overlord. But what the video was really like completely about was, I did talk about that, and that was, you know, a big focal point of it, but it was overall too my thoughts on the first Ascended crossover and kind of how I felt of it, or like, you know, how I felt about it. And the one thing I said in that video, oh my god, but the one thing I said in that video was how I really hope that in the future they do a lot more to give a lot of individuality to all these crossovers, because every crossover is damn near the same. There's some things that they do that make them a little bit more unique. Like, for example, with ReZero, they had the unique raids, right? Specifically to ReZero. Even though there were recolors, there was something different. Or if you did Yu Yu Hakusho was the first crossover to make characters 120 luck, which was pretty cool. And then it also had the guaranteed crossover unit ticket, which people loved, which they're not ever bringing that back. But I think definitely adding some individuality, like even in the sense that, imagine we got like a crossover specific mines where maybe we had like some of the base mines bosses, but also you had like a crossover boss that you could fight, right? Like, even though it's not Fate Grand Order we're crossing over with necessarily, it's one of the movies, but imagine if you did mines while the Fate crossover is going on, and you had a chance to encounter like Goetia, if you know who Goetia is, if you guys played Fate. I think that would be sick. Also, Mako is going through it. What's the most reran crossover? It's definitely Kill la Kill. That's why a lot of the vets hate Kill la Kill coming back, including myself, is because they don't add anything to it, and it's just coming back for new players to get Mako if you never gotten Mako. And even then, like, I would argue Mako's not really all that anymore. Like, Mako's still relatively strong, right? But, and not even relatively, she's still amazingly, like, top tier. But, there's replacements now for her, thankfully. There's other characters that you can use that are just better, which before wasn't necessarily the case. Especially with Prisma Ilia coming out. Prisma Ilia unfortunately doesn't offer the same thing. Like, you know, she doesn't have like a lot of the supporting capabilities that Mako has. But the one thing she does have that's a huge plus is that she's able to stack with practically every single Archner in the game. So if you have Haruto and you need another Archner that's just really good, and you wind up lucking out and getting Prisma Ilia, well, there you go. You have your other Archner that can stack. And you have a character that can counter Prisma Ilia's biggest weakness, which is not being able to sustain herself unless you use like True Exceeds X or something else. You say that as you always run Mako? I mean, I don't have to run Mako, and the whole reason why I even run Mako right now is because she's in my teams, like, in the sense that I don't feel like changing it. The whole reason why I keep Mako on my teams a lot of the times is because I just don't feel like changing it. Like, if I really want to, ooh, silver. But that's just a lure, I think. But if I really wanted to, like, if I wanted to optimize this team a lot, I wouldn't use Mako here. You know who I would use? I would use Ainz. Because Ainz is going to give the 100% crit damage buff to... What's his name? War God Finn. And that would be more damage. But Mako in this situation isn't necessarily bad either because she does provide the arts damage buffs. So... yeah, using Ainz, or even using a character like Gamma. If I had Gamma, I could make... well, I'm using a friend War God Finn here, but I could make my own War God Finn be the leader and, you know, have some extra damage buffs like that. So there's a lot more options compared to how it used to be. Like, used to, Mako was a character that you had to have in every single team, and nowadays, it's not really the case. You just use Mako if you have her. And it was for a while there that I actually... wasn't using Mako because I was nuking so much. Which is kind of where Mako struggles with, is that she's not really a good nuking support at all. At least Haruto has the Earth Resist down and the crit damage buff. Not crit damage, the arts damage buff on the art. So he's able to be used in some nuke comps. Did I get paralyzed? Or stunned? No, okay, I'm good. Two of my characters did, but I thought... how would you not kill? Nani? How would you not kill? What was different about that? Did I not super crit? Did I just get hella unlucky with my super crits? Had to be what happened. Draken is far superior in that team. Draken would be good. Yeah, Draken would definitely be good as the other character. But I would mainly use Ainz for the crit damage buff. Oh, I don't know if this one will actually be able to kill. I think it will, but I'm not for sure because without true Owen or Iron's, yeah, Irish true weapon, I'm not for sure if okay, brother. This game hates me. Don't die. Thank you. Okay, where do you think the future of GS is going? Dude, I have no clue. If I was a fortune teller, man, I would tell you, but I have no clue. The entire health of the game can change with one decision. And we've seen it countless times already with the whole Super Awakenings and Ascensions. Like, you remember whenever Ascensions came out and people were like, oh my god, this is the end of the game, and here we are, we're still playing the game, it's still making money, it's still going on. Had one of the biggest crossovers it's ever had in JP, and it's about to have one of the biggest crossovers it's ever had in Global. But I'm not for sure. With gacha games, you can't ever tell, because one month it could be going really well, next month it makes some type of crappy decision, and it just makes it worse. We have grown accustomed, though, to crappy decisions. That is one thing that the GS community can say, is that it's not like we're sick of it, and we're not necessarily used to it. But I feel like a lot of times whenever something bad happens, we're just like, well, it's a GS thing. You know what I'm saying? Classic GS, classic GS move. Like, we're not okay with a lot of the ways how they do stuff, but I would hope that GS stays around for a while, but I don't know, man. I feel like there's a lot of games coming out that definitely are really hard competitions, or very strong competitions, let me say, very strong competitors to GS. So, like, there's a few games that I'm really looking out for that are mobile games. One being the new Bleach game that got shown off like a few days ago, which I think is a mobile game. It might be a console game though, but I think it's a mobile game. And that's Soul Resonance. That looks sick. As a Bleach fan, I definitely want to play it. The other one that I've been looking forward to is the Black Clover mobile game. And I was looking forward to Ever Crisis, but I actually played the beta. And I will say that I did not like it. It was not fun. It's like the combat system is the same as Near Reincarnation, if you guys have played that. And I don't like that. I don't really like idle games. And people may say, GS is an idle game. But, there are very specific pieces of content where you really have to play and pay attention. And in a lot of those games, you're not really ever having to pay attention for the most part. I mean, maybe there's like one or two fights in the whole game where you need to actually pay attention and press your skills at the right time, but I'm not too big for idle games. It's like, why even play a game at that point? You're just there to just get a dopamine hit. What special illustration will I take from the special illustration ticket? Okay, look, not only will I take it, but this is, if you're in the stream right now, and not even if you're in the stream, if you watch these videos, my videos, or if you're a Grand Summoners player, I'll tell you right now, you are legally obliged to pick Shiro's outfit. And the reason why I say that is because if I see anybody out here in those rags that he got on in his regular artwork, I'm not even going to say what I'll do. But y'all gotta have more respect for yourselves than just being in the rags, bro. Y'all gotta have the jacket. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have the jacket on or something. Like, Big Damage? Big Damage. Red Chest? Oh. Should watch the Prisma Ilia movie? I don't know. Maybe I will one day. I'm not really too interested in it, though. I've never really been too interested in that set of characters, apart from Shiro. Like, even whenever I played Fate, like the mobile game, of course, I never liked Prisma Ilia or Chloe like that too much. Not really my cup of tea. This should still be able to kill. Is Magical Girl BS? Well, I mean, it is a Fate show, but I don't know. I'm not really... Oh, God. Do I even say this? When it comes to any type of media chat, whether that be video games or anime or whatever. I've never been too inclined to the whole like kid life type shows that are out there. I mean, I guess technically there are some that are pretty solid, like the ones made by Studio Ghibli. You know, there are some like very heartwarming tales that are in that, but like if it's not like that and it's more so their kids like going crazy or like they're doing like wild stuff, like yeah, you know, that was cool to me when I was a kid, but now it's like I'm not really into it. Even if it's like with a series that I really like Fate for an example, I don't really want to see kid Gilgamesh, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I want to see actual Gilgamesh. And why would I watch like Chloe and them? Like that's just, I don't know, not really my thing. And I got cucked on the damage. You can't get through Shaman King? Shaman King, I feel like... Are they actually kids, though, in Shaman King? They are kids, aren't they? They're like teenagers, but they look like kids. But yeah, like, a lot of those shows kind of turn me off. Like, they're just like, whatever, right? Like I said, it's different if I, like, grew up with it, of course. Like, I think one that made people be like, oh, but you like Naruto. Well, I mean, yeah, of course I like Naruto. But, like, I mean more so... These people look like they're pre-teens, right? Like, it's like, I don't really care. Like, if it's a show about, like, a teenage boy or, like, a teenage girl or whatever, and they, like, become super strong and you like, see, you know, their entire life or something, that's fine. But I'm not into that whole, like, realm of fantasy. 71 energy orb, or energy stamina, small stamina pods. I didn't even know I had that many. Jesus. Oh my... That brother gone. Oh my goodness. Should you go for Saber or wait for War Hero Finn rerun? I really want a new attacker. Well, War Hero Finn isn't necessarily an attacker. He's an arch-genner. He just can switch. But if you need a new attacker, definitely, if you like how Saber is and you know, are a fan of Saber, I definitely feel like that you should go for her. Yeah, War God Finn's not necessarily like a dedicated attacker. He just can flip a switch. That's the best way to put it with War God Finn. I shouldn't have done this. I shouldn't have done this because they're gonna die. And she's not gonna get her stuff off. This is twice this has happened so far in this. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention, but this is twice that this has happened in one run. She hasn't been able to get off her her true art. Oh my god. What is killing me? Oh, he should be dead. I think. Super crits come through? Never mind. Never mind. You gotta love the stuns. That's a classic one. That's a classic one right there. Let's try this again. Oh, don't take off. You just took off, didn't you? You just of course you did. I'm gonna save Lucy's top for a second. Hold on. All right, now we should be good, right? Yeah, we're fine. We're vibing. We're vibing. Or is Mako's true effect delay super annoying? Dude, it's annoying in any piece of content. Oh. Like I understand the philosophy and stuff, but like, come on, bro. Come on. We need change. The true Minds experience for real. Use my fin for a guaranteed drop. Well, you actually missed it, Brian. We already got our drop. We got Silent Treasure already. It was earlier. Literally, like, what was it? It was fourth run, chat, I think? Fourth run? 100 kills on her, though. It took exactly 100 kills to get that one. What's up, Rin? How you doing? Bro, I'm too unlucky I can't get any mines equips at all. Yeah, I've been down that road, bro. It took me, to give you an idea, Sekiro, it took me 3 years pretty much to get a Silent Treasure. I could have probably got it sooner, but I just never farmed it, like, you know, to that degree. Three years. Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. 100 kills. 100 kills on that boss was how many times it took, but I guess that's better to like necessarily, that's a little bit better to say than saying it took actually 3 years. But yeah, it took 100 kills in order to get that equip. And now we're trying to get the other version, which is of course the 4-star. Having 1500 gems, how would you spend your gems in hopes of getting both Saber and Shiro? Wait for the final banner. There's a final banner in Fate that will be all the Fate characters featured on it. I say this in my Should You Summon. I already have it recorded. But yeah, in the Should You Summon, I talk about this. That the final Fate banner, there's technically 4 parts of Fate. You have the first 3 parts, which are the rotational banners, which is, you know, the first one, Ilya and Rin, the second one, Shiro and Miyu, and the final one being Chloe and Saber. But if you wait for the last banner, there's a banner with all of them on there that is available to everybody. Do mines have a worse equip drop rate than a 4+? I don't know. We're not allowed to data mine anymore, so who knows what the actual rates are. I think she got it off. Did she? I think she did. Yeah, I see an arch damage buff. Wait. I'm about to say that'd be crazy. Start a speed rate playing in the background and that 4+ is way worse. Yeah, it probably is. But I feel like you can be just as unlucky, so. If I did 2K runs, I would get like 20 mines equipped. 2K runs gives like no 4K or 4+. True. True. Never seen the OPM crossovers in years. I don't think they're going to bring back that crossover at all. I think GS is kind of through with bringing back super old crossovers. Like, it's very likely, even though it's Mega Copium, it's very likely that, I say Mega Copium. This is not Copium at all. This is the truth. It's extremely likely that we won't ever get a Yu Hakusho rerun. But I can hope for it. I can hope for it. I just want to see all the boys get buffed and possibly get Dream Evolutioned, which is maybe when they'll start like rerunning old crossovers if they want to Dream Evolution a lot of the older characters. But then they have to make them worth, man. And I don't know if they want to, like, you know, make these older characters broken again. Because technically, yeah, you get revenue in terms of new players coming into the game. But, you know, older players, they just get buffed up units. And that's it. So I don't know, like, how viable of a strategy that is for them. Saitama's super arts would be wild. Well, Dream Evolution doesn't, you know, give you a super art, but it does heavily, like, change the character if they go crazy with it. Some Dream Evolutions don't really change the character, but there are some that really help out the characters. One of the best examples of this is Roy, for an example. Roy does this really well. Eagle is another character that gets a lot of help from his Dream Evolution. I forgot the others, but... That's some other ones. Yeah, Eagle got a huge buff. So that was already at 120. What you want, 300k? Well, it's not just like a multiplier buff that would happen. It would also be like a different type of passive he would obtain that would be drastically different than any other passive that he had previously. If you look at any Dream Evolution passive on JP, that is an actual good Dream Evolution, let me say, you'll notice that their passives are crazy. Like Eagles, for an example. Eagles is wild. It fixes a lot of the problems he has as a unit. They did a JoJo Bizarre Adventures crossover, just like Part 3's main cast or Part 5's would be my two. I shouldn't have done that. It's fine. No, it's not. It's not fine. Wait, who gave magic damage? Oh. The 4-star. Don't you do it. Slow her down. Slow her down. Kill her. Kill her before it happens. Thank you. For my Angelus eventually on global. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Angelus got a pretty sizable buff, too. Man, I said time for a JP crossover. Is there a live stream coming out? If there was a live stream coming out, I would say yeah, possibly. Yeah, 1,000 Year Blood War's already out. Not as a crossover, by the way. Bleach isn't a crossover in JP. It's just the anime's out. By the way, watched the first episode. Loved it. As you guys know, I do be fucking with the Bleach heavy. I didn't mean to do that, but it's fine. Should I pop this? I don't think I should have. With an MT rerun, I wouldn't be too upset with a rerun at this current state because I'm very interested to see how they actually will do the Dream Evolutions. But like at the same time though, you know, is it what the people need, right? It may be what some people want, but is it what we need at the moment? I think that's also a thing to consider. The old ones wouldn't get super awoken, they would just get Dream Evolutioned. If they ever did a rerun crossover. But I feel like nowadays too, if we do a rerun crossover, or if they do a rerun crossover, let me say, you need to bring a new unit that is actually ascended. Like you need a brand new character with it. Possibly 2 new characters that are ascended. How much, wait, how many Stardust Speedways? Oh my goodness, there's so many different, there's so many different mixes for Stardust Speedway. Do they owe us a rerun? What do you mean, do they owe us a rerun? What? I would say we're kind of due for one at this point. At least on the Japanese side, we've had 2 back-to-back new crossovers. They usually don't do another new one this soon. What is this setup on this? Oh my goodness. Whoever Shade is, bro, fix that. That 5-star support is horrendous. But, yeah, you usually don't do so many new crossovers back-to-back-to-back with each other. So, I'm curious to see if they actually do go with the Dream Evolution route, or we get new characters, or we just keep getting new crossovers. Because I would assume Grand Summoners JP already knows what the next crossover is. And I would also safely assume that they probably have everything they want to do for this year planned out, technically. I wouldn't be surprised. Global, on the other hand, not so much. Oh, talking about games and everything, GS and all that, and we're talking about, you know, GS's future and other stuff. Another game that I'm really hyped for is Pinnacle of Combat, or I think now it's called Peak of Combat, or Devil May Cry. Game has been in development hell from what I understand, but I will be trying out that game whenever it comes out. As you guys know, I'm a huge fan of DMZ. If you watch the channel, or if you been in live streams long enough, you know I do love those games. True Owens are so much better. Jesus. How many runs deep are you? I don't know. I lost track. We haven't actually got a red chest yet with regular Palamecia. Do Omegas have a higher chance of dropping equips? I feel like that's a possibility. Oh, that's not what I want to do. Or actually, you know what I might do instead? I want to keep running Mako. Yeah, we'll keep running Mako. We're practically fine on time. We may have to start using my own War God Finn soon, though. If I can't find friend War God Finns. Where's our Genzo attempt, actually? That is coming very soon. And the way how I'm actually, or the way how I'm planning on doing it is, I don't want to say it because I feel like some people may be like, oh snap, I'm gonna go looking now. But you know what, I'll go ahead and hint at what I'm gonna do. I kind of want to make a video talking about is Genzo too hard, and I wanted to do like a experience from a person that I want to take it from like a perspective that someone who doesn't have access to Discord and stuff, or like they don't use Discord and they just like hop on the game and play. How difficult is it? And the way how I would do that is that I would change my in-game name and I would go into multiplayer lobbies that are hosting Genzo and just see how dysfunctional it truly is. And I would imagine it's pretty bad. Because I don't know about you guys, but I strongly believe in gacha games or just in any game in general, whenever the only way to beat like a certain strategy is by, or like a certain thing is by doing one thing, like one very specific thing, I don't like that. I feel like it's just bad design and it's not fun. I can understand like, you know, really hard content like Genzo, for an example, being a thing where you need very specific things. And I mean, very specific, like you can only do it with this set of units. But like, I really like games that allow you to tackle events and tackle challenge count or any type of challenge content with a lot of different units. Like a lot of different strategies can be approached to, or you can use to approach the fight is what I'm trying to say. Stumbling on my words here. That was one of the reasons why I loved Dissidia so much before, you know, I stopped playing it. Was because in a lot of the challenge content for Dissidia, even though like you would have to fight against like a specific mechanic, like you would have to deal dark damage, you gotta deal fire damage, but it's not like you couldn't do it with a different character. Like you didn't have to use the best dark damage dealer. You could use any character that dealt dark damage. Hell, you didn't even have to use a character that dealt dark damage. You could have used a call in that game that gave you dark enchant, and then boom, you're able to counter the fight. So it'd be cool if, you know, GS ever gets to the point to where we can do stuff like that, where mechanics aren't so, or not mechanics, but gameplay isn't balanced completely around, oh, we have a team in mind that can beat this, and it's more so the community has to figure out the puzzle and put the puzzle together and be like, okay, this is the team that can beat it. Instead of being like, oh, you know, they can just use whoever they want and try to tackle this fight and see if it's how hard or how easy it is for them. Of course, it's going to still be like a team that is best in slot, right, for that fight. But I like being able to kind of have some creativity with it, have some individuality, if you will. Dissidia got bad but had a good run. I don't necessarily think Dissidia got bad. I think the problem was that they thought the only way to make people keep caring about the game was by increasing the numbers. And that was not needed. Like, they could have still made very interesting units and very interesting characters and never have to worry about like buffing the numbers as high as they have. Like, the fact that characters are hitting for, you know, hundreds and hundreds of millions of damage now is, I guess, cool on paper. Oh, here you go, Brian. Here's you. I'll pick you. But it's cool on paper, but like every character or every fight kind of is now the same in Dissidia, which really sucks, because that was one of the very fun things about Dissidia, was how every boss was kind of different. Like, you had some bosses that were just punching bags, right? But some bosses really required you to play like their game. It's like, oh no, you're not playing your game, you're playing my game right now. And I like that. I like being able to, or having to like change up my team and actually forced to use my my little old monkey brain and just be like, oh, I can't just see big numbers here, I gotta actually play like kind of defensively or whatever. Imagine a mechanic like in Fate Grand Order where we could buff our units with something, buff our own units with something. Wait, what do you mean? Like, you talking about like with our command codes, or like what? Or being able to like have the constant. I think one mechanic that would be kind of cool but heavily broken now would be the whole switch out mechanic, like being able to use 8 units at once. It works in raids, but my god, would that thing be broken in any other piece of content? Like, imagine how much buffs you could throw on a character. Perfect ingredients for trash. I think it's just, I don't know. Like, they make some really cool units, right? Like, some very fun units that are just super broken. But then when it comes to gameplay, it seems like they kind of struggle with that. That's one of the big issues with GS. Is that when it comes to difficulty and stuff, it seems like it's not really thought as through as some of the unit kits. And even some of the unit kits aren't necessarily, like, super thoughtful or, like, you know, insane. A lot of the unit kits are very similar. Oh my god, that brother gone. But yeah, you guys know. Like, at this point, you know, how do you make a broken character in GS? Okay, let's break it down step by step. One, they gotta be self-sufficient, right? Gotta have some type of archgen in their kit to get them, you know, get them going. Okay, you got art gauge in the kit? Cool. What else do they need? Well, if they're an attacker, maybe they can go with some type of damage buff, some type of attack buff, or some type of scaling buff, or whatever, right? Okay, we have that. If you're going for a support character, well, maybe give them healing, or give them like a certain type of archgen, right? In the sense that maybe instead of it being type B, they're not type D or type F archgen. And then for the super art, what do? Make sure it's loaded in terms of the modifier, and make sure it does something crazy, like 200% magic res down, or 150% physical res down, or what about 100% light resist down, and at the same time it reduces physical res by like 50% or something. Like, there you go, you have a broken character. It's not hard at all when it comes to designing certain things, whenever you just stay in the norm of what we know. I do like how they did something different with Summer Iris, because Summer Iris, her skill is, even though it's still an archgening skill, they went about it in a different way, which I like. It's not the same thing we've always seen. And I think one thing that I like in other games a lot more compared to GS is how there are some characters that have individuality in GS, right? But there's a lot of characters that are just the same in the sense of the way how they do stuff. So but if you look at something like Fate, I feel like Fate is a great example of how you can make a character and make every 5-star in that game just be so vastly different from each other. Like they may, all be extremely good at dealing like damage or supporting or whatever, but the way how they go about it is different. Which I think is what GS maybe needs to look at more so than anything, is the way how these characters become broken. What makes them, when it comes to dealing damage, like, how do they go about dealing their damage? Is it just like how every other character deals damage? Or is it something unique and something different? Like, one thing that I'm surprised we haven't got yet is a character that has their own unique debuff, right? Not like bleed or anything else. This is a debuff that is tied specifically to a character, and they play around that debuff. Or it could be even the same thing for a buff, right? Where Ragna had this, actually. 5-star Ragna, the Awoken character. Like, why don't we have a character that, like, transforms, like Magia Drive or something, but there's a detriment, some type of drawback, right? Where if they lose that transformation because their health drops too low or something else, they fall out of it, they may get fainted, they can't be used for like a few seconds. But while they're in it, they're like insanely OP. I feel that's another thing too that they struggle with, is that whenever they do transformations or some of these characters, there's not ever like a cool risk reward factor. Shuri was a good example. Shuri had a pretty cool risk reward, because it was like, yeah, you could hit really hard with Shuri, but she's going to take hella damage. Her defense is terrible. She can't take a hit, like, GG. Rivi was another good one. Yeah. Rivi was actually a better example than Shuri, to be honest, since Rivi got a detriment of 30%, she increased the damage that she took by like 30%, which I don't know if it has to be like that drastic, but just having some type of drawback, right? Like, I think it'd be really cool if we just had a character that was so strong. Like, imagine if we got Rock Lee in the game, right? And he activates the gates, right? The boy activates the gates of hell and all that, you know what I'm saying? And it's not like just a poison or something he has. It's an actual mechanic that you have to think about, and you have to take into account when you're building teams around it. Insta dies after super art. What? That's lore accurate right there. Grohl has the unique debuff Nightmare that is exclusive to him, but it's basically just a better blind. Yeah. But like, it would be cool if it like actually did something, like how Grohl is with the blind. But I mean, like, for an example, this character can't really do anything until that debuff is applied. One thing that I'm not really shook that they haven't added, but I don't think they ever will. And it's a character. Like, imagine if they add a character to the game that was able to dispel buffs. Do you guys know how broken that would be? Since GS was balanced around characters not being able to take away buffs from, enemies, imagine any hard content in the game is now trivialized, like super trivial, with a character that's able to dispel a buff on an enemy. Such a simple mechanic in so many RPGs, and if it was in GS, it would break the game. Was an imbue unit, basically changing the unit's damage from like maybe earth, but when imbued, they're directly dark. Yeah, like an enchanter, right? Yeah, that would be sick too. Being able to enchant, like, I know a lot of characters in FFBE, I think, did this, right? Dude, that'd be sick, but I think it's also just how exactly would they go about it, right? Like, if you had the enchant buff, would it be an enchant buff that gave you that for the entire duration, or not the entire duration, but like if you had different elements, you know, how would it go? This is spaghetti code GS that we're talking about here, so we have to be a little bit optimistic. Or I say optimistic, a little bit pessimistic, I guess. We can't be too optimistic because, hey, you guys know this game's it will break in a heartbeat if they add anything too crazy. But yeah, an enchanter would be cool. I think that it would work really well on characters with like physical damage attacks. But then again, the thing about GS is that all damage types in the game are already some type of elemental damage type, right? Whether that be earth, water, fire, light, dark, doesn't matter. Even if you're physical or magical, we don't just have a character that hits like physical damage, but they don't have a typing, unless you're Mars X. So I guess that's just like another thing they just never really thought about doing, because they're like, oh, you know, it's not gonna, what's the point in doing that? Apart from just like being able to build a team around like a specific damage type. But yeah, an enchanter would be cool. Having a character that plays around their own debuff or like transformation really heavily would be sick as well. I don't know, man. I feel like there's a lot of ideas they could still do. But I also feel like it comes down to time and profit. Like, do they feel like this character is going to make a lot of money? If they do, then they're like, you know what? Let's do it. And I think it's also another thing too. It's like the effort to reward type thing, right? I do this too as a YouTuber. I'm pretty sure everybody does this that works in any type of creative field or any type of job. You know that if you can do this one thing that you really want to do, and you're like, man, if I do this one thing, I really like doing it, but like, damn, I'm not going to get nowhere near as much of the reward as I would if I just did the same thing, and the same thing that I always do every single day, and with every single character, let's say, gets the exact same reward or even better, right? So I think that's another thing too that they maybe, it's not really, I don't know if I would say they became, it would be like complacency, but I feel like that's definitely something that has maybe took them a little bit hard, or, you know, definitely has taken the dev team a little bit. And like a lot of the recent years, you could definitely tell the burnout of Awoken characters towards the end of the Awoken era, I feel. Because a lot of the Awoken characters that came out weren't anything too crazy, apart from like the crossover units. Like the craziest one we had was Fire Orville in them, and then 12th Generation Mizuki. But if you think about, at least not towards the end, but if you think about everybody who came like kind of before that, they were just kind of releasing characters. There really wasn't anybody that was like, holy, you know, kind of after the Phantom Sniper saga and stuff. At that point, we had a few crossover characters that were really good, but anybody else that came out was kind of just like, you know, they're kind of doing something different, but it doesn't seem like anybody's like super unique. They have tried to do super unique stuff before, though, with like Emmy and stuff. It's just that they missed the mark. Like, they have cool designs on paper, but translating them and executing them just doesn't ever work out for them a lot of the times. And I think the problem is that, let's say for Emmy, like a boss character, I know they wanted to make it unique and stuff, but I actually feel like if you would have just left the Archgen the way how it was with every other unit, they would be good. Like, people would actually use Emmy in them, but the fact that you have to use their skills, people just don't like. Including myself. Like, I don't like having to use Groitz's skills to even get into his, like, super art or his mega art, let me say. Since I can just go faster with other characters, which is unfortunately going to be the detriment or the biggest hurdle they run into. Is like, okay, like this character's really cool, really, you know, this character's really cool, really dope, has a very cool like mechanic, but then it's going to be the same argument where it's like, oh, I could just use this character and they're like 30 times faster. So how do you solve that problem, chat? You got to make content where that new character is actually good in, and that old character may not be the best in because he's too fast or something else. OP, what would be like a main team for general content? Just 2 Archgeners and then 2 whoever you want. How are you? If the character were introduced in Global GS, what do you think? Who would you choose and why? Wait, what characters? You talking about like the ones I was just talking about? And you type that swaps elements. When swapping elements, they swap roles as well. For example, if it was fire, tank. Oh yeah. That'd be sick too. That'd be sick too. Wasn't there a character in? Oh, I feel like there was a character that was in Thousand Storm, not Thousand Storm. Biden. There was a character in what is that game called? Treasure Cruise. Who was it? I was getting into Treasure Cruise. I think it was like what 2 years ago. I was trying to get into it, but I never did. There was a leader that was a rainbow leader, and people were like, "Oh my god, this guy's broken." And that's exactly who I thought of whenever you were talking about like changing roles and stuff. But they didn't change roles. I just know that they were crazy broken because they could be used with damn near everybody. But yeah, like having a character that you could either put in a certain slot, like Emperor for an example, and then you would change their element and change their kit, that would be sick. The only thing is that whenever you do something like that, it's the thing that I talked about before. The amount of effort and the amount of time they would have to put in that character would be insane. Like that's like anniversary worthy unit, right? Because you're practically creating 4 characters in one. And hell, at that point, if you really wanted to, let's say you had an attacker variant, a tank variant, you had a support variant, and yeah, let's say you had those 3. Like you could get technically dupes of that character, right? You get dupes of the character, and then wait. Did I not use my super art? I didn't, did I? But like, yeah, you know, you could wind up getting 3 dupes of that character and just use that. And I feel like that's something they probably want to avoid if possible. But who knows? Oh, chat. We have an hour-long developer panel that has came out from Grand Summoners. Do we dare even check it out? I feel like it's not going to be anything crazy, and it's just going to be showing stuff that we already know. I doubt it was anything that is actually new. It's an hour long. I would skim. You know what? I'm going to skim through it and see if there's anything that shows up that is new, and then I'll show you guys what I find. Oh my god, chat, you should see the quality. The quality is, you know what, I'm going to show you guys. Bro, what are we on, brother? What is, like, do y'all see this? Look at this graininess. What are we on? Do y'all see this? Oh my goodness. Jesus, chat. You can see the air. It's like we're on a, what did they used to call those TVs back in the day? CRT? Like on a CRT TV. Jesus. I'm going to keep looking through it and see if I find anything, chat. That is, wait, what did that say? Hold on. They were flexing their numbers or something. 4 million downloads. Hold on, let me see if I can find the thing. Okay, 4 million downloads, sure. Over 15 anime crossovers. That's what they put. Has it actually been 15? Hold on. Are they including everything? Okay, 15 anime crossovers. So that's Kill la Kill, One Punch Man, Yu Hakusho, Tokyo Revengers, Goblin Slayer, Godzilla, Jollish Reincarnation, ReZero, Slime. That's 10. What else did we have? Did I already say Yu Hakusho? Gonkamui. Yeah, Gonkamui. Shaman King, that's 12. Has it actually been 15? Fairy Tail, 13. Miku, 14. No shot. The Forgotten Monster Hunter collab? Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out if they were including that stuff. Did I say Overlord yet? I don't know if I said Overlord. Yeah, I may not have said Overlord. That's what I was trying to figure out, chat, was if they included the Fate, or not Fate, but the crossovers from like super far back in the day. That was like before everything, like the King of Fighters crossover. Bro, these people are out here. Oh my goodness. Let me see. Oh wait, so they're showing how they developed the game and stuff. And here's Toho. So wait, did anything new get announced? Okay, chat. I'm just gonna say it. Judging by all this, I would gladly, yeah, I'm gonna say it. It seems like Toho got a lot more shown than GS. So yeah. It didn't seem like anything crazy happened. They didn't show anything, man. Like, no, they didn't even show Fate. They didn't even announce Fate here, did they? Oh, yes, they did. They did. Okay, never mind. So yeah, that was like their big announcement, was Fate. I know you guys couldn't see the stream, by the way. I was just skipping through it, and I was just going to tell you guys if I saw anything crazy. But yeah, there was nothing. Man. Talking about that, for you guys to follow not Brave Frontier, Brave Exvius. Do they even do like the community get-together thing anymore? Because I know that was a thing that they were doing for a little bit, like the fan festas and all that. Is that still a thing in Brave Exvius, or do they not do that no more? That game's still running? What, Brave Exvius? Yeah, Brave Exvius is still a thing. So they have an Annie right now? Yeah. I don't know. When it comes to gotcha games and stuff, man. I don't know about you guys, but your boy would like a new one to come out. A one that would take the world by storm again. I guess some people will say that was Honkai Star Rail to an extent, but I don't know. It'd be cool to have like a new game come out that everybody played and everybody had fun with, especially if it was co-op and multiplayer. Tell me about that, bro. I saw a game come out. Or not a game, but I saw a trailer. And I don't remember what it was called. I'm going to see if I can find the game real quick on the App Store. And I don't think this is what the game looks like. I think it's one of those trailers that mislead the people by like saying this is what the game looks like, but it's not looking like that at all. Let me see if I can find it. I know it's a coming soon game. Is it that furry ad? No, it's not a furry ad. It's like a girl in a broken down city, and then she says something about like Commander or something like that, and then she's running, and it's a third person shoot. Oh, here we go. Containment Break Zero. Is this actually what this game looks like? Oh, it is kind of what this game looks like. But it looks like a PGR clone. Or I said Containment Break Zero, didn't I? My bad. It's Snow Break Containment Zone. Good lord. Cannot talk. My brain just chose to like read certain things. But yeah, this seems like a PGR style of game. I never even heard of the developers. CSUN Games? They made another game that's coming soon called Dawnlands? So releasing both these at the same time. Nikkei? Nah. Hey, let me find the trailer real quick. Snowbreak Containment Zone. This promotional video. This new gacha game is different but amazing. Okay, well, I want the trailer. Trailer. Here we go. Let me see. This is the most interesting gameplay. To me, it was always Dissidia. Yeah, this was like what I saw, chat. Was this type of trailer, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? But yeah. And this is actually in game. And I was like, wait, what? It's like a third-person shooter gacha game. But some of this is rendered in like a different cutscene or a different engine, and some of it's not rendered in game. Because some of the cutscenes or some of the images I saw did not look like this. Like, you can definitely tell when it switches to gameplay. Like, yeah, here it is. So, it pops up at the top here. I can't see it because of the thing. So, it just says development footage, yeah. Not representative of the final game. So, every time it goes to gameplay, it pops up that thing at the top. So, you know it's gameplay. But yeah, it's on PC. I didn't know that, but my wallet can't take any more gacha games. Well, it would be fun for me, man, just to have like another game to play, because GS is great and all, and I enjoy playing GS still, but there is I would love to be able to like switch and play like another game from time to time, you know, and have like some stuff to do in between and make content on something else. So, is there actual gameplay of the game? Let me see. I'm curious to see if there's actual gameplay, because how does it look in the game? Here we go. Closed beta test. You gotta love these. Oh yeah, it looks exactly like what we saw. Oh, this looks like it's hell to play on mobile, though. I guess that's like the problem with this, is that it's a third-person shooter. But yeah, this looks like hell to play on mobile. And it kind of looks bad. This doesn't look like a good game. Or graphically, yeah, it doesn't seem that good. Yeah, I'll show you guys what I'm looking at. Like, this is on the gaming mobile channel, and this is at max quality, chat. Is there 4K? No, like, this is 1080p 60. And yeah, it doesn't look that, like, that crazy. I feel like it looks kind of like Dragon Raja, right? Or is that what that thing was called? Like graphically, it kind of reminds me of that, which means the graphics suck. But I mean, art style, it's not even like graphics wise, just art style I don't like. It's kind of whack. Have you seen the damage on the shelter pumps? Yeah, I have. Mobile games make me hate games sometimes. It could maybe be a decent console game. Yeah, I just think the art direction is questionable. I mean, if the game plays good, then who cares? But that's kind of how it looks. I don't know. I'm kind of turned off by it. I say I'm turned off by, but that's kind of crazy that I'm turned off by how that game looks. But then I will play BattleBit like any day of the week. The world we live in. You missed the age of Flash games? Game is hot garbage now? Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think Last Claudia was ever good. You know how many people have asked me to play that game? Like, and actually make content on it? I've had people come through and be like, "OP, bro, please make content on Last Claudia." And I mean, I respect it. You know, I understand. I'm glad you guys enjoy the content so much that you would like to see me play another game that, you know, you guys enjoy as well. But like, nah. I don't think. Oh, Riches, chat. Hold on, hold the phone. We'll resume this conversation in a second. Hold on. Hold on, chat. They call me the GOAT. They call me a GOAT for a reason. They call me the GOAT for a reason, chat. 2 minds equipped in one stream, chat room. 2 equips in one stream. Oh, man. It's crazy. Oof. I gotta stand up for this one. I gotta stretch a little bit. Butt has been in seat for far too long. Oh, man. Big dub, chat room. Big dub. Big dub. We have gotten both Palamisia equips in a singular stream. What a time to be alive, chat. What a time to be alive. What do we got here? 220 times it took, chat room. 220 kills. And we got it. Jesus. Jesus, man. That was a tough one. That one actually took extremely long to get. Using LB stones for that one? No, you don't need to use LB stones for this one. Unless you plan on using it in like sustained comps. But if you don't plan on using it in sustained comps, you're not using it in nukes. You don't need to use LB stones on Dignified Silence. So now the only other equip that I really want from a boss. Well, I have 2 more equips, right? We have 2 more equips on the wish list. Eraser Bits, 4-star defense. and Garm's equip. Was it? Garm's 4-star physical. Apart from that, we've gotten pretty much all the equips that I could want from the mines. So the next time mines comes, I guess we're farming those 2 items. Because, and then after that point, just whatever else comes out, if it's good, I guess I'll farm that. But we're just going to be going for high scores, I guess. Trying to get as high as we can. Yeah, Dignify definitely does do really well in sustained comps. Like, what is it at max LB? Dignified side. Let's check the, I'm pretty sure I could actually check it in there, but let's check, not, well, actually, yeah, let me see. Can I check it in here? Like what it is at max LB? Let's see. Oh, yeah, I can. So it's a 50-second cooldown. So it's exactly 1 arts per second. As a 4-star? To the whole team, technically? Yeah, it's exactly 1 arts per second. As a 4-star equip. That's pretty good. And if you want to know why I went so hard for the 5-star, this one's broken. This gives you 35 arc gauge. This thing is a like 1.16 arts per second. Yeah, it's somewhere around it there. Extremely strong. Arson item. 30-second cooldown. Make this even faster with equip CT. It's broken. GG on the equips. Yeah, man. GG. I'm gonna go eat and head to the gym. Hey, Antonio. Thanks for hanging out, bro. Appreciate it. But yeah. Can you do a summon on Fate? Can you do a how to summon on Fate? Like, should I wait till all banners are out in the last crossover week or do every first multi on the banner? I'm gonna be talking about this in the summon videos, but yeah, I'll be mentioning it in the summon videos. But I will say, starting out, I do recommend that you at least do a multi on the banners that you're interested in. So if you're interested in getting Shiro, then definitely do a multi on him. But if you don't care about Ilya and Rin, then you don't need a summon on that banner unless you just want to try your luck. But yeah, definitely summon on the banners that you actually want the units on, and then if you are wanting to go hard for multiple units, like for an example, let's say you really want to go hard for Saber and Shiro. Those are the 2 that you really want. Well, what I would recommend is that do a multi on each of those banners so you get the guaranteed 5-star. Wait for the banner to come out that's featuring all of the characters. And then this is more so a plan if you plan on pitying, let me say. You have 1,500 crystals. You go really deep on the 4th banner that has all of them on it. And then hopefully you pick up one or the other, or maybe you even pick up both on the way. But if you pick up one, then you can get the other character by pitying it. If you pick up both, then you can pity another fake character if you're, at 30 at that point. Or if you get nobody, well, at least you can pity one of the characters, right? So that's kind of how I would go about it. Skipping Fate for Senki? Who knows when Senki's going to come out, bro? Kirasame got to come out first. But yeah. Chat. I think that's going to be it, man. I would say this stream was a very successful W. We got what we wanted. We got both equips. And I'll take that. I'll take that. We had some technical difficulties here and there, but it all worked out in the end, man. So, yeah. Thank you all for hanging out, though. It's me, your boy P. Tomorrow, I think we're doing a Genzo video, actually. Not a showcase video, but I think we're going to be doing the video where I'm talking about, if he's too difficult and all that type of stuff. That'll be what Tuesday's video is. And then I got to check what the other stuff is. I actually forgot what Wednesday and all that is, but yeah. Oh, actually, wait, no. There is a live stream happening for Grand Summoners JP, right? There's a live stream happening, I think, on Thursday. So, yeah. Wednesday is going to be... Let me make sure. Yeah, there's a live stream on Thursday for Grand Summoners JP. We're going to be doing a reaction to that. So, Wednesday will actually be when the Should You Summon comes out. Then Friday, we're going to do the actual summon video with the fake characters. But, yeah, that's going to be it, chat. Thank you all for hanging out. And last but not least, you guys already know, man.